this champion, we're doing a champion mastery guide, basically on Qiyana. So in this game, I'll just be explaining how to play Qiyana a bit regarding her strengths and weaknesses. Her strengths are, well, her clear is very OP, good ganks, one-shots, and the weaknesses are bad against tanker champions and loses 1v1 against bruisers. This game, I'm playing against the Maokai, that's considered a bit tankier, and I'm playing against the Jax, that's considered a bit tankier as well, right? But I can explain to you how to basically 1v9, and if you want 1v9, you need to understand how to play the champion. So in this game, you will basically learn mostly, or if not anything, only how to play Qiyana. And I will just do full clear. I'm not gonna do the 5-second rule or anything. I will just play normal and I'll full clear and show you the fundamentals, but mostly highlighting just how to play Qiyana. So this first few things you should think about when you play Qiyana, which is, well, know what the passive does, right? Your passive, every single time you change your shape, you deal additional bonus damage. So I would recommend you to do an alt attack first before changing the shape. And then you wanna change it, and then Q. For optimizing your alt attack damage. And of course, like, you know, just understanding what your spells do a bit. Generally speaking, if your Q is the rock, it deals extra damage if it's below 50%. W gives you attack speed, so you wanna have your W at all times. And yeah, those are like the basic guidelines on Qiyana. So now let's clear top to bot. And as I'm gonna clear top to bot, I mean, I could like fuck the Maokai so hard if he starts top side, but hey man, let's just clear top to bot. And let's look to just, you know, path into the bot side. And first item, you should look to buy Opportunity. Opportunity is pretty good as first item. Highly recommend it. So, as I'm clearing towards the bot side here, I am just making sure that I pull the camp a little bit upwards. And then, I'm making sure that now, the moment it's around this HP, I hit it once more, change form, and just alt attack this. You see I'm not instantly using my Q. Why am I not instantly using my Q? Because this way I keep my attack speed. And because I keep my attack speed, it's really good. So you see my Q's up, I'm not using instant Q. I'm hitting it as much as I can, but now of course I should one-shot it. And now I one-shot everything as well. So the second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the grass element. Why grass element? Remember what I spoke about? You deal extra damage, especially if it's your first element. So now, look, I'm gonna Q before it's below 50. And now I'm applying my passive, dealing extra damage, which allows me to clear faster. And of course, always just W the moment your spells are up. And then alt attack. You see, I'm not using my W instantly. Or Q, I mean. And now when it's below 50, look. Now you see my Q is almost coming up, my W. When my W is about to come up, that's when I use QW and then WQ to one-shot it. And then here I'm taking as well the green one. And then changing back to the rock. And one thing you want to do as well, right? Look, if you want to, you can always pull two camps together like this. And then look to one-shot it basically. So it's a bit better for your clear. And now, after you finish your full clear, which is for sure a lot faster than Maokai, you can look for a gank. If you go for a gank, make sure you take the frost element. So look, I'm taking frost element. And the following is just gank execution, right? If my boy is gonna freeze the wave here, I'm gonna... Okay, he's already overextended. He's already very deep. And look, instead of me using my spells, I'm holding it. And now, let's see if he flashes. Nope, he doesn't. So, as Qiyana, sometimes what you can look to do is get the enemy flash. If you can get the enemy flash, the next time, they're omega cooked. So I just tried to see if he was gonna use his spells or not. And he didn't, so he just got cooked. And one thing you need to understand as well is that the terrains. So when I say the terrains, I'll just show an example. If I press my W, this is still the... You see this? This is still basically the blue one. And this is the rock. So Rito Games, you know, they basically made the following, which is that this is still the blue one, and well, oh, I updated them, nice. And even this is considered like the blue one, you know. So understanding how to use your W properly is important, because look, in the middle it doesn't show, now it shows. So whatever your W is the closest to, you get that element basically. And now of course, just one-shot these camps here. And one thing of Qiyana I would highly recommend you is to like make sure to take your camps as much as you can every single time it's spawning, because especially on assassins, like optimizing farm is still very important, because in the end, if you fall behind on assassins, I can promise you it's not gonna be pretty. And see here, I could look to gank mid lane. So as an assassin, you should sometimes know when to skip camps. So here I'm skipping my camp. Why is that? Because look, his wave is bad. I'm gonna sweep here. If there's no wards, this is gank execution. I'm gonna ping my Qiyana to play safe, or Diana. So now when it goes that minion, I'm gonna go forward. And now, of course, he's gonna die. The main reason why I skipped my bot side here is because I knew his wave was bad. I have CC. And we can one-shot him. That's why I skipped my camp here. And if it was warded worst case, I would just go back to farming. But there was a very high chance I would be able to kill him there. Anyway, same thing. You see how I have like 3 seconds on my W? Instead of continuously hitting it, I just Q it, then Q it again, and one-shot it. So knowing how to play around your cooldowns is pretty essential as well. Same thing here, you see I'm not using Q instantly. I'm waiting till my W comes up. The moment my W comes up, that's when I use my Q. And now, look, same thing here, right? You can Q, attack. If you're the one going aggressive and you don't think you can die, hold up. Look, I'm not even using my spells instantly. And he hits. Okay, so now, look, I'm gonna take the grass element, go from behind. Why grass element? This way I can play slow. And of course, like, you know, just wait for your team a little bit if they tank. And now he dies. I should have waited for you, Nana, but anyway, all good. So now, what's next on the menu? So, every single time you get something, just clear top to bottom, spend your gold. This, okay, what I'm gonna explain now is just general fundamentals. Which is that, right now, the moment I made a bot lane play, and Maokai died a while ago, he can now look for a play. So if Maokai ganks mid lane, I cannot match him. But one thing I really want to highlight when I went on bot lane is that I made sure to use my auto attack first before I changed my form. That way I actually proc my passive and I deal more damage. So try to not use your Q instantly if you don't have to. Highly recommend it. To be patient with it. Same thing here, you see I have W cooldown. Actually in this case I can just let the passive nuke it kind of. Oh, it's fine. But anyway, as I'm going top to bot, same thing. I just take the green element. Now I switch to rock. Save my Q. And then of course, if you have QWQ, you can one-shot your camps. And here, look, if this is spawning at the same time, Q, never take your W first. Always use Q first and then change your forms. Look, I have my ultimate now in 20 seconds, okay? One very big tip I have with ultimate is that your ultimate works on bushes, it works on the river. So every single time, let's say you're ulting someone into the bush from here to here, it counts. If you ult someone here in the river, it counts. So most of the times you want to fight not in an open area, you want to fight usually in the jungle or in bushes, because then you have the most advantage there. Look here, my QW is coming, both. I'll just Q first before changing form. And small tip on Qiyana here, look. If your camp is 1.4 HP, usually you can do like 2 camps together and then one-shot them. That way you clear a lot faster. So knowing how to do 2 camps together at the same time is, well, pretty important. And now, of course, this is Qiyana's biggest strength as well, which is diving. So look, I'm gonna go aggressively bot lane, and most of the times, everyone will die to it. Because look, they hook the tower, but if you die, make sure your Janna tanks. One thing you can do, look, wait for your team to tank, just... It doesn't matter whether hit or not. Okay, I missed my ultimate, a bit boosted, but no problem. But basically, if Ashe doesn't flash my ultimate there, I'll just combo him and he's doomed. But you can see right now, I do have my item power spike. Because I do have my item power spike, I would rather look for a base if possible. And even though I can do the Drake here, I am not doing the Drake. Because having good base timers is more important than doing the Drake here. Because as an assassin, it's very crucial that you're first around objectives. Sorry, not first around objectives, but you're first with any place in general. Because let's say that you based, got your item power spike. if there's any fight, you want to be there as soon as possible and be first on objectives or fights, because if you're first, bro, I'm telling you, your ultimate is like disgusting. You one-shot pretty much almost everyone. And now I just simply full clear top to bot. So do you see here how Maokai killed my bot lane here? That doesn't even matter. Because right now, he kills my bot lane, but in return, I will be able to take the Drake. If he actually didn't kill my bot lane, I would take the Drake as well. And at some point, he has to go back to top side, and I have such immense tempo. So every single time you play champ like Qiyana, you need to like be fast on the map. So you see Lulu right now. Lulu's moving towards mid lane, I think. Okay, if he's not, he's probably... Okay, you see this guy? Look. Now this is the Qiyana combo, okay? Ideally, like, alt tag first, then change form to rock. I missed, but no problem. Then here you can be very unskilled and kill him. But ideally, you always want to alt tag if possible. But that's only if you don't think you one-shot him completely, you know? Look, ER, alt tag, take the rock, and he gets one-shot. If you can get the rock when they're below 50, it's almost always better. Highly recommended. And then, well, I just take the Drake here. I mean, the enemy team, not gonna lie, is getting omega cooked. One small thing as well with Qiyana. If let's say that you wanna use your E, you can always change your direction with like WE. So look, if I Q this, and then W, you can always just change direction a bit. But anyway, if you want to snowball, one thing you have to do is the following. No matter what genre you play, this is like, but very Qiyana specific, I think it's very important. Every single time you basically got something and you're farming, just make sure to communicate to your laners, yo bros, don't die. Because in the end, if you're playing an assassin and you don't have any laners with you, yeah, you can't really kill them. So you need laners always, ideally. But now, as you can see, I'm doing the enemy golems. And as I'm doing the enemy golems, look, Talia is missing, right? Talia is not showing anywhere on the map, but he's probably gonna go here. I'm gonna go on him the moment he wastes his spells. And now, let's see where he's gonna go. He's probably... Oh, so alt tag Q. Alt tag Q. I missed my spell, but... Okay, fuck. What I want to explain is that you wanna alt tag Q and hit your Q, and then you basically proc your enchantment, and then you can like W, alt tag, EQ, and just alt tag, but I broke my arms a bit there, but no problem. As for items, they have Lulu shield, but that's about it. I don't mind going Yumus here. If you're ahead, Yumus is probably one of the most broken items. So, especially if you're looking to go Yumus, if you're ahead, you just one-shot anyone. So, Yumus is one of the most OP items to snowball. Opportunity is usually one of the most solid items, generally speaking, you can buy. And that's how you should want to see it. I can just one-shot this. Look here, if my W comes up, you just Q, Q, and just one-shot the camp. And if you want to go aggressive, press W in the bush. And now you see how they're chasing like crazy. As an assassin, you should assume bushes are warded. So don't be surprised if this is warded. Now I knock him into the wall. Okay, clearly we're not killing him. Okay, it seems like they're not chasing me. Oh, and that's the thing, right? If you can't one-shot someone because of Lulu ult or shield, then, well, you should play with your teammates. But now, since there's no business in the top side there, I will just take my bot side here and wait for my ultimate. Like, assassins, they're not like ultra-reliant, but having your ultimate, trust me, it makes your life a lot easier. So ideally you want to wait for your ultimate if possible. Because then you one-shot people. Same thing, you see QW, I'll just wait for my Q to come up. Pull the two camps together. Once the two camps together, WQ one-shot it, so you're a bit more efficient. And then you look to basically, yeah, stay in enemy jungle. Always take the frost one if you're looking to play aggressive. Here, you usually want EQ almost, and then take rock. So, like, yeah, if you take a rock, Make sure to angle your mouse towards, you know, the wall you want to be taking. Or like the rock. And then, well, they're getting cooked. And generally speaking, if you're face checking, having this one is always best. The green element. Aren't they trolling here? Oh, they're getting cooked here. So now, of course, I'm going all the way from behind. And now if someone escapes like that... Oh. Gotta run for my life. Well, I'm Gucci. On the bright side. That was a close one. Okay, let me get out of here. One thing you don't want to compromise is your life. If you think you can die, you should almost back off. Or almost always look to back off. And I knew Jax there was coming to me, so I didn't bother risking it, right? Because why is this so important to play like low-key for KDA? Because if you're alive here, okay, and this is why assassins are difficult to play, but you almost always want to be up-tempo, have cleared your camps, and if they try to contest the objective, you're first on the objective, and then you can look to have a very good position to kill them. If you're dead, still need to take your camps. Assassins are very bad at teamfighting, so for that reason, you don't really want to, you know, be dying. If you're dying, then it's very fucking cooked. So look now, they have position, and it's very awkward for me to just walk in here. I'll just cancel bases here. And of course, always try to play slow with your cooldowns. And then, well, he's getting cooked. And yeah, I mean, the most important thing, especially if you're chasing people and if you're not sure you can actually kill them and you just want to delay their bases, the grass element is the best by far. Usually you want to take a grass element if you're chasing or face checking. Okay, and now obviously, well, I have a decent amount of gold. And always angled it towards the direction we're on the run to. I see right now, I'm kind of cooked. Okay, it was a party there, no ultimate, no teammates, we got outnumbered, we got cooked there. And that's the thing of Qiyana, if you're getting outnumbered, you don't have ultimate, a bit too risky for the biscuit. But this has nothing to do with Qiyana, that's just understanding, well, who is the strongest member you want to play with. If I press tab, it's my AD carry, and did I play with my AD carry? Not really. So that's why it's crucial to understand that you need to make a basic game plan, who you want to play for, and if he's there, you can fight. If not, ideally you don't want to fight. Yeah, and now, oh, yeah, I mean my AD carry is so fucking OP. Oops, he's giga OP, and usually you can like one shot like camps around like 2k easily. Like your Q deals 1k damage, so it's insane damage. Okay. Well, right now I will take 2 camps at the same time. Same thing. And now, this is how we want to play Assassins. You see how the objective is spawning in 30 seconds? This is Qiyana's worst nightmare, which is playing in this open area. Okay, in this case, my Qiyana is like really fucking fat, so it's not as bad. Sorry, my mid laner. But I'm telling you, fighting in the middle of the lane as an assassin is not doable. How you want to play is the following, which is something I covered in the power sheet, in the presentation, which is that you want to play in Fog of War. If you're playing Fog of War, you can play. If you're not playing Fog of War, you cannot play. Oh, this guy got cooked. And now, I mean, okay, if you can do the Autocon, I would go there right now. However, I need to wait for my AD carry. And the moment AD carry comes back, I will look to do it. But here's the deal, okay? If you're playing an assassin, if you have position, and especially if you're ahead, most of the times, the objective is yours anyway. So even if I can take it right now, I'll just, you know, take my camps a bit first, and then go there. So now at least all my camps are respawning, and we get the objective, and then we can play for Drake after. I'll just help them a little bit, but... And now we base, play for Drake. So, in this moment, we don't really know where the opponent is. And if you don't know where the opponent is, and you want to play for an objective, make sure to force them on mid lane first, ideally, and then go for the objective. And like I said, you don't really want to fight in open area, so Qiyana sieging is usually not that good. You want the enemy team to come into you. If my team here wants to siege top lane, that is possible. But like I said, these fights are not optimal. Because it's much harder to hit your ultimate. But if you look for a flank, look, I'm now going through mid lane, which is I'm going for a flank. He got kind of cooked. And then it's pretty much GG, well played. And always try to use your W, right? I'll be honest, I'd love to take this tower, but... a little bit difficult. Well, it was a nice attempt, but I guess we'll have to end it the next time. And I definitely will go Last Whisper as next item. Anyway. Okay, is my team clutching it? Okay, my team is kinda clutching it. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end the game here, hopefully. But my top laner and mid laner died here. But remember what I said with these type of champions? You want the enemy team to come into you. If they don't come into you, it's very difficult to play the game. So don't fight in the open. So here, for example, we're getting outnumbered, but I think my Yunara can make some magic happen here. Okay. Okay, I'm on the chase here. Well, and now it's GG, well played. And then, yeah. But as you can see though, if the enemy team is fighting in chokes, it's ideally the best. Open areas, no bueno, and not dying for fun is quite crucial, I would say. And then, GG, well played. Hello! This is the second game of how to 1v9 Qiyana, and the first game you watched, if you watched it, you basically learned how to play Qiyana on a mechanical level, my thought process on basically the micro. But now, we're playing in a diamond lobby, and in the end, you might have very good Qiyana mechanics, but in the end, if your fundamentals are ass, I'll be very honest here, it might be very difficult for you to climb. So that's why right now what I'll be doing and what I'll be explaining you is how to 1v9 on Qiyana with fundamentals. And this game I went actually first strike because it has actually a pretty good win rate and it makes a lot of sense considering Qiyana, you know, you usually have the first hit on the enemy team and to deal some additional damage, sudden impact, treasure hunter, very nice items. So let's talk a bit about this game and how to feed myself and how to 1v9. So let's get to it. Riven against Fiora, Twitch Milio against Jhin, Maokai, mid lane, whatever. Which lanes are volatile and where is the Fiesta gonna be? I would say that the Fiesta is gonna be around top/bot, and in the end the question I am asking myself is, where can I feed myself? So I'm personally a very big top to bot enjoyer, and since I'm a very big top to bot enjoyer, I will just do a regular full clear, and I just really want to put high emphasis on just clearing your camps and showing you how to 1v9 in a diamond lobby. And just so you know, I don't even play Qiyana that much, but I've played this champion before professionally, so I have a good idea on like how to play this champion, and I can teach you the thought process and the micro to help you 1v9 on this champion. And of course, every single game, if you're playing an assassin, you want to think about what's on threat in the enemy team. So, well, let's take a look at enemy team. Enemy team has Maokai, which could be a bit scary. If Maokai W's me, I can promise you that I'm cooked. So one thing you have to keep in mind, if you play against Maokai, if he has root or ultimate, be very careful. Besides that, they don't have that much threat, so I should be Gucci. Right now, I'll do a simple full clear, nothing too fancy. Just clearing my camps, going into bot side. It seems like Shaco started top to bot. I don't think he's level 3 invading me here, so I should be good. But anyway, you see Shaco is not showing here, which means he might have maybe invaded my bot side. Okay, there he is. That was a bit suspicious at first. Anyway, I will just make sure I full clear one time. After my one full clear, I want to highlight to you what I'm doing and how I am gonna get fed and what fundamentals will help me 1v9. And it is the following. I'll first take all my camps, and after I take my camps, will I go bot lane, yes or no? I usually already look at that right now. As I finish my full clear, especially my blue buff, I'm looking especially right now, okay, how's mid lane? How's bot lane? Bot lane is getting pushed in, however, even if they're getting pushed in, they should be completely fine. Because they're completely fine, I'm gonna base here. Why am I basing? They have bot lane priority, which means they can move first, and that's why I'm not gonna go in the bot crap. I'll just base, I'll spend my gold, I'm gonna rush towards the top crab here. And now, of course, what is Shaco gonna do after his full clear? He can look for a mid lane gank. So it's very important to repeat to your teammates, careful. Shaco can only gank mid/bot lane right now, and if he cannot gank those lanes, he cannot get anything. That's why it's very important you communicate what Shaco can do, because if you play an assassin and enemy mid laner gets fed or enemy jungler gets fed, you're not gonna enjoy. So instead of them dying, and look here, I'm gonna go gank mid lane, always take Frost Element. You see that minion right there? Or that minion right there? Now I'm gonna go on him. Why did I go for him on that minion? And my Ryze played it super well, by the way. Because the moment he walks up, right? And when I say he walks up, when he's gonna walk up for basically a minion, he's as deep as possible, and if you come from behind, you will kill him. So it's better to wait a few more seconds to have an 80% chance than to go instantly and have like a 60% chance. Trust me, waiting those few seconds for enemy mid laner to overextend is really worth it, okay? And now, of course, as a full clear top to bot and Shaco hasn't done anything, it means he has tempo over me. And because he has tempo over me, this also means that if he looks for any play, I cannot look to match him right now. And if I cannot look to match him, guess what? I have to ping my laners to play safe and play careful. You see how the bot lane now pushes the wave and they're super low? I'm not going bot lane. Why is that? Because by the time I get there, the wave is gone, so I will be wasting time. Instead, it's much better to just continue your clear and ping your mid lane. Hey, he's probably in the bot side. Be careful. As long as none of my laners die, you should be happy. And you see here, I have like 1.2k gold. And, well, I don't really have much to do here. I'll just base. Even if Shaco for whatever reason is flipping the Drake, I'll get tempo, and because I get tempo, I can look to make a play. But right now, I don't know what he's doing. But if he takes a Drake, guess what? I'll have tempo on mid lane, and I can look to kill Corki. So how am I gonna look to kill Corki? I'm gonna move from the top side. Same thing, always look to take Frost Element if you can. I don't think they're on the Drake, but you never know, right? You see mid lane, he has W and he's in the middle of lane, so it's hard. Now you see top lane wave is bouncing, and don't ping on the way yet. Ping on the way when you're close. Okay. Not sure this is warded. It's warded. Okay, here. Oh, hold up. You see Mauk in mid lane? Mauk is mid lane. Okay, I mean Mauk used flash there for me. So he's dead. And honestly, we take that. I burn my flash as well. Oh. Okay, not bad. Good shit. Okay. Got him. I wasn't sure which clone it was. Anyway, we got him. Okay, what's the next objective on the menu? It's AP Shaco. So you see how Shaco's respawning now in like 2 seconds? Right now, you see all my camps are up. Generally speaking, if you made a very good play and all your camps are up and there's an objective up, you should be asking yourself, okay, can I look to contest the objective? Yes or no? And in this situation, you need to already ask yourself that question. Shaco just uses ultimate, I have ultimate. What does this mean? This simply means I have ult advantage and I could look to go for the objective here. Simply because I have ultimate, he doesn't. This means an opportunity for me to take the objective. Before I go for objective, I have top push, I have mid push. Make sure to communicate that to your teammates. If you don't do that, it can be a bit scuffed. He has no ultimate, and because he has no ultimate, he couldn't fight this. What was Shaco's mistake here? Shaco's mistake is that he had no ultimate, and yet he tried to contest the objective, which is a bit ambitious. And now you can see his laners are moving to me, but even if his laners are moving to me, I don't mind taking one grubby and backing off. Why is this? Because if I spend my time taking 2 grubbies extra, and I already have my 1 item power spike, I would basically be delaying me taking my bottle camps. And as an assassin, it's so much important to take your camps, have a good base timer, and look to make a play the next time. Even if he takes the grubbies here, guess what? I will take his bot side. If their bot lane takes one bad trade, I will kill their bot lane. Your tempo is so much more important than objectives. So don't waste your time if you don't have to waste your time, ideally. So now look, I'm gonna full clear my camps. One small tip as Qiyana as well, right? If you can pull 2 camps together, if 2 camps are together, you can look to one-shot them. It helps you clear a lot more. And of course we're gonna hover bot side right now. See if we can reduce the kill, but he's running to the left. I cannot. But that's fine. Oh, you see how Shaco's in the bot side right now? If there's no ward side, I one-shot him. One thing you want to do ideally, alt tag Q, W Q. every single time you have like an element, you want to use that element first before changing it. That's very crucial. That's why you proc your passive and deal 66 extra damage, which is pretty nice. I should have taken rock element there, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, now look at how I gang mid lane, okay? Always take frost element. If you gang mid lane, okay, he uses W for fun, so I'm just gonna do a drive-by. Not much to do here. Literally a drive-by. I'll take the crap here. After I take the crap here, this is the fundamental, okay? Don't start objective without lane priority. Now, if you get lane priority, then you want to look to start it. Look, now my top lane can push first, and then he can move to me. If you're face checking, always W in the grass. Got him. Who should tank? Melee should tank. And now get out. Okay, now is the crucial part about assassin as well, right? Look, we just cooked the opponent and the grubbies are up. So look, Drake is spawning in like, what? 8 seconds. And my top side is up, okay? This is the moment where you always want to think about what's next objective on the menu. And as long as enemy jungler doesn't get any kill, you are burger chilling. So look, I'm taking my golems and I'm not going for my raptors. Why is that? Because now I already know that I want to play for this objective. Because I want to play for this objective, I want to make sure I ping my laners. Yo bros, play safe. As long as you guys don't die right now, I will take this objective. So if my Emilio can ward here, that's a very awkward ward. Okay, I think he wouldn't be on it. But okay, let's just assume he's not on it. As an assassin, you want to make sure you respawn your camps first. And after you respawn your camps, that's when you want to basically do the Drake. Because now at least all my camps are respawning. That way I'm actually creating a bigger advantage. That is something you want to be doing. So you see, I'm clearing all my camps, which is equivalent to 300 gold, which is also 1 kill. That's why you want to clear the camps first, and then go for the objective. Now look, how do I contest objective? Same thing. As an assassin, you don't just want to start a Drake. You only want to start a Drake after securing lane priority. So look, my Ryze is getting lane priority. And now, I'm going to hover bot side here. Gank them from behind. First. I have the grass element. Oh, okay. I trolled it a little bit, but hey. We take those. Could have been a bit better. All G. I do have my human base right now. So now, well, I'm super OP. I got 122 gold from my item. Not bad. But you can see here at least, okay? Even though I died here, now all my camps are respawning and you see the Drake. Even if the Drake is up, the thing is that gold is much more important in the early game. So let's say as long as Shaco cannot do the Drake, I will clear my top side camps first. After I clear my top side camps, then I will look to go for Drake. And that way, even if you fuck up and make mistakes, no problem. It's completely fine. And now I'll just take my camps. After I take my camps, I will then look to play for the objective. Same thing, right? I'll clear at the very least my top side. Then I'll go for the Drake. And of course, till then, this is just normal fundamentals. Ping your laners to play safe. Mr. Shaco. Okay, let's say he's rushing Drake right now. I want to make sure he's not getting shit here. If you go aggressive, take frost element. If you go defensive, take green element. Now I'm definitely going aggressive. And of course here, I'm gonna go in enemy jungle. I don't have ultimate for 15 seconds though. Hold up, we see Corki. What? Oh, I still got cooked. Oh yeah, honestly, I'm kind of trolling with the elements I'm taking, but all good. Yeah, I'll take the objective right now. And after I take this objective, always ask yourself, what's the next objective on the menu? Next objective on the menu is the Herald, right? So, Shake respawning in what, 5 seconds? So, I will full clear my bot set camps. After I full clear my bot set camps, I'm looking then to play for the objective. But of course, I'm full clearing my bot set camps. After I full clear my bot set camps, guess what? I still have the base. And because I still have the base, I need to make sure that I'm aware that enemy jungle is up tempo, and I should ping his location. As long as my laners don't die right now to enemy jungle, I'm a happy man. I could look for a base here because I have 1.4k gold, however, the enemy Shaco does not even have one item yet, probably one item now, but even if he gets one item, he won't be able to beat me because he won't have ultimate. I'm cooked. Sadly, I have no cooldowns. Okay, so you see here, before I go river, I check top lane. Top lane missing. If you play an assassin, it's very important you're aware of like enemy positioning. If you're not aware of enemy positioning, it's so hard to play assassin. Knowing who's first, who's slower, is very essential. So now I'm gonna take the green element. And same thing, you see I'm like hovering top lane. I'll mostly make him like bounce and get Rise priority, you see? Now my Rise is first on the play. And because my Rise is first on the play, am I starting an objective right now? Hell no. I'm just taking the plant here to see the location. And now I'm pushing him off, you see? Like as an assassin, you don't want to start an objective. Why is this? Because if you start an objective, okay, what's gonna end up happening is that they see your positioning, and if they see your positioning, it's very awkward. So if they see your positioning, right, which, well, they low-key do right now, you can't look for a flank. And the biggest strength of this champion is flanking. So what am I doing? Clearing vision wards, waiting for my ultimate. The moment I have my ultimate, I'm really down to fight. Look, now I have my ultimate, now I'm down to fight. Also, playing with ultimate, very important. And now, of course, I have 2.3k gold, so I should look for a base. And after look for a base, what's my next item power spike? Depends on enemy team what they're buying, but it seems like they're buying some armor, so I will go Lethality here. Anyway, right now Twitch is running for his life, I think. I'll see if I can help him, but... Fuck. Okay, we got cooked there, but no problem. I was very close to killing Shaker, but honestly, I'll take the trade. But yeah, one thing I just really want to put high emphasis on is that, do you see how around objectives I simply don't start it? I just go towards top lane, make sure my top lane is moving first. I go towards mid lane, making sure my mid lane is moving first. As an assassin, you're an assassin. What does an assassin do? Do they fight openly? No. They fight either with numbers, they fight dirty, you know? Either with numbers or they don't see you. That's how you want to play. You don't want to just hit the objective and then they can just walk in and you're like, well, you know my abilities, so it's a bit easier for you to survive, right? You don't want those situations. That is very bad. But yeah, anyway, now I just play for the next objective. What is the next objective? It is the Drake. And because I'm playing for the Drake, what do? I full clear my topside camps. After I full clear my topside camps, I will then look to play for Drake. Till then, I will ping my laners to play safe if I'm not there. And then go for the objective. Okay. You see here as well, if my laners won't die here in mid lane, which I think they won't, I will look for an invade here. That's one of the really good strengths of assassins as well. I don't know if build is. Well, make sure it doesn't get a Q off. For a moment. Clones. Okay. We take those. Anyway, what's next? We just play for the Drake here. We can see even mechanically right now I'm playing a little bit risky, but it's more about the idea, right? And I just want to make it a bit realistic as well, whereas that you might make the same mistakes, but if you know at least what your job is in game, I can promise you playing Assassins is so much easier. And I know this game is a winning game, but that doesn't change the fact that the way I think around objectives is very important. Same thing here, enemy team is not contesting, so it's a free objective. I'm just gonna yoink it. And what's next? I clearly have my item power spike. Look, as an assassin, you really want to like get your item power spike first, ideally, if possible. And then you want to look for a play. You don't really want to look for a play if you know that you need your item power spike. Right now, I am fully aware I need my item power spike. So what do? Ding, ding. Ping top lane. Yo, bro. You might want to go top lane, but you're alone. If none of my laners die right now, right? We're in a very good game state. Because now, the moment I come back on the map, and I'm playing, let's say, for the top side. Actually, there's no top tower, so you should play bot side. I will cook my opponent. And how do I cook my opponent? It's the following. You see this bot lane wave. As an assassin, you need to know which wave you would like to use to pressure. You see my Raptor? I'm not going for Raptor. Why am I not going for Raptor? Because if enemy jungle is not matching me on the bot side, I will dive the Corki here. That's what's gonna happen. So now, he has to jump over the wall. One shot. This should be doomed. Okay, not bad, not bad. Well, enemy team got omega cooked here. They're losing mid and bot. But you can see here though that the enemy Okorik had to run for his goddamn life. And it was very awkward for him. So you see, I skipped my toxic camps knowing that, well, if there's a wave in bot lane, I can play on that wave. If enemy team doesn't match me, they will die. And just understanding what you can do with your champion and knowing when to skip camp is crucial. Would you rather take Raptors or would you rather dive bot lane and pop Herald? And just because I didn't do my Raptors, this whole situation happened. So what's next? Look, Baron is up. I want you to pause the video right now and think, how would you play for Baron? How would you communicate to your teammates? And what would you do right now? Just pause and think about it. Hope you paused. Anyway, I'm gonna take my bottle camps. After I take my bottle camps, I will then look to ping my teammates to play safe, do not die, because this is the only timer they can die. And that's the timer when I'm farming. So see here, I'm taking my wolves as well, and I see enemy blue buff. You should look to take enemy blue buff. The enemy blue buff is spawning, so I'm looking to go for it. I'm gonna go for it, but how do you play for the blue? This is just fundamentals, right? Try to always push wave if possible. And why is it important to push wave if possible? Because that way, they're gonna show on the wave. If they show on the wave, you can then take full control. If you have full control, the enemy team has to face check you. So look, now I'm hovering mid lane, but here's a crucial part. I don't want to leave the bush. Don't leave the bush as an assassin. The Twitch should be hugging your side. If they go on the Twitch, you're there to counter gank, and then boom, GG. That's how you want to play as an assassin. Very crucial. So now you see the Baron is up, and now we go for the Baron. But if enemy team is gonna come in, so look, we're hitting it, okay? But if enemy team uses blue trinket and they're gonna walk in, I will stop hitting the Baron. I would look for a turn. But right now it seems like enemy team is not aware. So because of that, we just take the objective. And now I'm gonna runs go down a bit. Never mind. Oh, enemy team is getting giga grilled. And then, yeah, enemy team is getting a bit cooked. But you see like the mentality I have around objectives on how I want to play stuff. It's very crucial you're aware of that. I mean, Drake is spawning, but is this ambitious? Oh, he could one shot. Well, the Shake was not having a blast. And now basically GG well played. But you see how important it is to know how to play around objectives, and honestly, especially as an assassin, that is one of the most important things you should be thinking about, is to like not make it too obvious, and if you make it obvious, at least have your laners with you, and if you do so, GG well played. And that's how you climb. And yeah, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel or leave a comment what you liked, and yeah, have a wonderful day and have a good one. Peace boys.